Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving deep into English grammar today, but listen, we're absolutely not doing the whole endless, boring memorization thing. No way. Instead, we're going to uncover some surprisingly simple, shape-shifting formulas together. Let's see how looking at the simple past tense in a completely new, kind of playful way can clear things up for good.
So look at this. Did you played or did you play? Which one is actually correct? You know, it's such a common trap. We want to express that something happened yesterday, right? So our brain naturally just wants to throw an ed on the end of the action word. It feels right, doesn't it? But as we're going to see today, that is exactly where things get tangled up.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our agenda for today. First up, the 4 sentence patterns. Then, the golden rule of did. Third, exploring everyday scenarios. Fourth, mastering WH questions. And finally, the transformation challenge.
Part 1. The 4 sentence patterns. These are literally the building blocks of time travel.
Okay, so looking at this base scenario, Ravi played cricket. The positive form is pretty straightforward, right? It's just the subject plus V2, which is our past tense verb. But keep your eyes on what happens when we shift it. To say it didn't happen, we inject did not to create the negative form. It becomes Ravi did not play cricket. Do you see how the verb just shifted? Now to ask a yes or no question, the interrogative form, we start with did. Did Ravi play cricket? And to extract a really specific detail, we use a WH question. Where did Ravi play cricket? It's 4 distinct shapes, but one continuous logical flow.
Moving right along to Section 2, the golden rule of did. This right here is the absolute secret to flawless grammar. So here is the golden rule, the one big takeaway. After did or didn't, you always use verb 1. That's the base form of the verb. It turns out, because the word did is already doing the heavy lifting of telling our listener we're in the past, the main action verb gets to just relax in its original base form. It perfectly solves that puzzle from the beginning.
Now what's really cool is how visually obvious the mistake becomes. Take a look at the wrong way. She did not cleaned. The did not is right next to that past tense ed ending. They completely clash. But applying our rule, we shift over to the right to see perfect harmony. She did not clean. All right, Section 3, exploring everyday scenarios. Let's ground these formulas in real life. Let's look at a classic school scenario. If the positive is, I visited my school yesterday, watch how visited instantly snaps right back to visit the exact moment did appears. I did not visit. Did you visit? When did you visit? The exact same flawless transformation happens with she cleaned the classroom. Once did enters the picture, it effortlessly becomes she did not clean and did she clean. It's like magic.
And you know what? This even works perfectly with irregular verbs out on the playground. We won the match uses that past tense won. But the moment we apply our formula to the negative, it transforms right back to its base form. We did not win the match. Want to ask a question? Did you win the match? Want details? How did you win the match? The structure is incredibly reliable, for sure, whether the verb is regular like played or completely irregular like won.
And for travel, well, this framework adapts flawlessly. We traveled to Hyderabad easily becomes, did you travel to Hyderabad or where did you travel? No matter the verb, whether she boarded the train or we traveled across the country, the pattern holds up exactly.
On to number 4, mastering WH questions. This is where we extract the details.
So the crucial point here is that these WH words just snap right onto the front of our basic did structure to instantly unlock specific details. Look at what did you eat or where did you go? You literally just take the fundamental yes-no question like did she arrive and attach when right to the front, just like perfectly engineered puzzle pieces clicking together.
Finally, Section 5, the transformation challenge. Let's really test those code-breaking skills.
Okay, let's try it out together. If our positive sentence is, I played cricket yesterday, how do we make this negative? Mentally build it using that golden rule we just uncovered. You're going to need your negative marker, and you'll need to shapeshift that main verb.
And boom, there it is. I did not play cricket yesterday. The verb played smoothly shapeshifts into its base form, play. The absolute second did not enters the equation. And carrying that exact logic across, the rest of the transformations naturally fall right into place with the interrogative, did you play cricket yesterday? And the WH question, what did you play yesterday?
All right, one final puzzle to wrap this whole thing up. The cat chased the mouse. What would the 2 question forms look like for this specific event?
We need a yes-no interrogative and a WH question. Picture those formulas in your head.
Here we go. We get, did the cat chase the mouse? And what did the cat chase? This brilliantly shows the subtle but powerful difference between simply confirming an event and actually investigating it. And the absolute best part, chase safely stays in its base form in both sentences because did is in there doing all the heavy lifting for us.
So there you have it. We now have the exact formulas to smoothly transition between statements, negatives, and questions without ever getting tangled up. But it kind of makes you wonder, if the simple past tense is just a series of reliable shape-shifting formulas, how many other supposedly difficult parts of language are just waiting to be decoded by a simple golden rule? I'll leave you to think about that. See you in the next explainer.